Welcome everybody to another episode of Between Two For It. I'm your host, Epic Phil Guy, and joining me today is Philanthr0py, aka Phil from Phil and Spencer's Twitch show. It's Phil and Spencer.
Not good with names. We're not. Phil and Spencer work. Good work.
Oh, yeah, I need to broadcast in the game as well. I keep forgetting to do that too. But yeah, so for those of you who are watching and those of you who are currently here in the server, there are two main rules. One, don't cap the intel. Just don't. It makes it a lot nicer for everybody else. And two, as Phil and I are going through and doing all this interview stuff, try to kill us as much as possible. For real. Just your goal for the night is to kill us and shoot at us as much as you can.
Oh.
And with that, if you have anything you'd like to say before we really get started here, go for it, man.
I'm excited to be here. Let's make it a good fight. Go.
Alrighty, let's get this puppy rolling. Oh god damn it! Oh god!
We're off to a rocking good start. Right out of the gate.
So much death. Okay, so first question. I had to kind of retailer. I actually had stuff in mind, and before I get started here, I actually kind of had some stuff in mind and questions kind of written up because I know that Spencer was the first person on, your co-host.
That was an interesting interview.
Yeah, that was a while ago too, back when you guys were with D-Toyd, and things have changed, so I had to rewrite quite a few questions, unfortunately. But it happens, man. And honestly, congratulations on being the first outside guest.
Well, thank you. It feels good.
So, and with that, what is it like being your own boss?
It sucks. I have to actually do things. No one does thinking for me. It's like, man, I certainly have to make a thing happen. I have to get up at, a time and force myself to get up and actually do stuff. And it's weird. I like it. A little bit.
I mean, it's gotta be a good feeling seeing that, like, I can do whatever the hell I want, but I get where you're coming from, too.
That's a lot of creative freedom, and, like, we were actually sitting there when we first started, and we're like, man, we can actually sit here and just, like, we're not held back by any sort of anything anymore. We can do whatever we kind of want. It's kind of good that way, I guess.
So, second question. Phil, before everything that led up to you starting your own channel with Spencer, what were you doing? And before D-Toyd too, because I know that was a rough... Like, Gentleman's Club was awesome, but, I know that
just kind of like what I was... Like what I was doing, like, before I even started doing streaming?
Like, before Gentleman's Club, before that point, I guess I'd say.
Alright, before Gentleman's Club, I'd actually been doing stuff on the channel by myself. Or not by myself, like, John and Pico actually found me and they're like, hey, Phil, you're really good at games and you're always at the top of the leaderboards. Would you like to do a show where you try to be a professional esports gamer? And I'm not very good at games, as people will probably find out as we're playing Team Fortress 2 right now. So that didn't last very long. I ended up going and making a show where I just do playthroughs of games that I really like and sharing them with people, and that was Chill with Phil. And that basically is where I kind of grew up and learned how to stream, like, in a good capacity.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Like, yeah, I had no idea, honestly. Like, I know, I was introduced to you through Gentleman's Club. So, like, I loved that show. I mean, of course I loved everything else, and I'm still a huge fan.
Aww. You're too nice. The show is a mess. Best mess, but it was still a mess.
So, with that in mind, the next question is actually from Goofier Brute here. If you could make out with any character from the Metal Gear Solid universe, who would it be, and why?
Shoot, that's a toughie. I just want to make out with all of them. I think that, like, if I were, like, in a position where someone would, like, in that series canon make out with me, I feel like Liquid Assault would be the one to just grab me and do it because he's known for it. Like he'd kind of force himself onto me. But if I had to make my choice, Old Snake's got a pretty cool mustache. I imagine it might tickle pretty well. down for that.
Oh god, spy. Was it? Oh shit. But
We're looking for those spies, though.
yeah, I got caught on something. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die again. And that actually, shit, that wrecked my train of thought. I had a response, but oh fuck it. Oh well.
I was just talking about Metal Gear stuff. Metal Gear. This is for babies anyway.
Well, in that same train of thought, what is your favorite Metal Gear game and why?
Whenever I get asked this question, I always go through a weird train of thought, because I'm like, man, I really like 4 a lot because it wrapped up the whole series, and then I kind of really like 1 because it got me into it. But I also kind of like 2 because I played it a lot, and then I also like 3 because it's got Big Boss, and it's amazing, and it's really good. I can't choose one straight up and say that it, like, for sure is my favorite, but I might lean a little bit more towards 4 just because of all the emotions that it made me feel and all that stuff, so it's kind of where I am with that, I guess. I like 4, even though it's a movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit something. Again, I think I admitted it when Spencer was on, but I've not really played any of the Metal Gears. Like, the only one I've ever actually played is... Actually, I take that back. I played Revengeance Rising, whatever the hell that one is, with...
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Yes, I played that. But, I mean, obviously it's not a Metal Gear Solid game. But I played the one for NES, and as much as I would love to say that, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, 4 is a movie, all I have to go on is the limited amount that I've seen, and it looks awesome, I want to play it. There's actually, I want to play a lot of them. But, yeah, I mean, yeah. And, oh god, I've wrote a lot of Metal Gear questions. Cool.
I like those. I'm the most well-equipped for those.
Okay, so, if you could trade places with any character from Metal Gear, who would it be and why? Now, keeping in mind that you're just straight up trading places. You don't get any special powers or augments or anything, and they get to stay who they are in our world.
Shoot. Taking that into consideration. Like, I was gonna say initially Big Boss, because he's Big Boss and he's really cool and he fights Metal Gears and he's got a facial hair that's really cool and he still somehow manages to shoot a gun, sighting it up with his right eye, even though his right eye is missing, which is miraculous. But, I don't know, maybe Johnny, because I've always kind of had a thing for Meryl in terms of video game waifuism. You know, maybe that kind of thing.
Again,
he already messes up a lot, so I'd fit in really well there. It's not like they lost anything or gained anything. I sit there and I can poop my pants, and it would be just fine.
Now, my lack of Metal Gear knowledge is going to show here, but who's Johnny?
So, throughout the series, Snake will get locked inside of a prison cell, and the guard is always Johnny.
Oh my god, that guy!
That guy.
Oh,
so he's
god,
always
yeah.
got like this unlucky streak, and things happen in 4. I don't want to spoil too much, but he gets put into an interesting position, and he's pretty much a great character.
Isn't that the guy in, wasn't it Metal Gear Solid where you find him in the bathroom?
You can actually look through a vent and see him in the bathroom, and then he's also the one that Meryl goes and like steals his clothes and dresses up like a soldier, and he's in the corner naked.
Okay, yeah, alright.
That guy.
Alright, I do know who that is. I didn't know him by name, but as soon as you're like, yeah, as soon as like all the chat was there going on right now, they're like, the guy who poops himself, like, oh, that...
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you know. Johnny's great.
So, here's a question that may cause a little bit of controversy, but we'll see what happens here. Who is the bigger fan of Metal Gear? Or the Metal Gear series? You or Spencer?
I'm not even going to have to hesitate, it's me. He's actually gone and said, like, it's really weird that there's someone who may like this more than I do. I've had other people who we're really great friends with. J.J. McCollum actually is a huge fan of Metal Gear 2, and he's like, holy crap, Phil, I think you're the only person who likes Metal Gear more than I do. And it's frightening how much I like Metal Gear. It's disgusting and amazing at the same time.
And honestly, if I ever need a reference for Metal Gear, I'm definitely going to probably be asking one of you guys questions. Especially when I start playing the game and I'm like, who the hell is this and why is it doing things?
I've actually been like, whenever I see someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna start playing the Metal Gear series," I've been like, "If you got any questions, just flip it, Twitter me, Twitter me real hard. I'll totally just set you straight, make it happen."
Awesome. So, Hideo Kojima wants your input on the latest Metal Gear figure. Who do you want it to be? What kind of pose are they in? And does it come with any special accessories?
Shoot. I would like. There are some figures of the boss. The boss is a very important character in this series, and I feel like she could be out there more. So I'd want it to be of the boss, I think. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh God.
But I'd like the boss probably in like a stoic kind of reflective pose, because I like those kinds of like fan art and those kinds of weird things, because it's like, man, that makes me remember that game is a thing, and it makes me kind of sad and happy at the same time. Or we could go with, Naked Snake in a JoJo pose too. I'm down with that. That's a pretty great suggestion.
Not gonna lie, I was not expecting that at all. So props, very huge props.
Nice. I like it. Take the props. Props for everyone.
So, and yeah, like I am happy to say I do know who Big Boss is, and he's definitely badass. I would definitely own a figure of Big Boss. So, kind of changing gears a little bit here. What is your rig / battle station / computer like? Whatever you want to call it, whatever the preferred term is. What's it like? What you playing?
The stream station, the commander's chair, it's kind of a weird thing. My actual computer itself right now, I'm running off of a Titan video card, which was graciously given to me by a wonderful person at NVIDIA during my most darkest time when I couldn't do shows. I literally sent this guy that I met at a couple of shows, like, "Hey man, I know I haven't talked to you too much, but like my video card got fried and I can't do shows anymore, and I'm really sad about it. Like, is there anything I can do? Like, any promotions I can push or something so I can like try to get some card out of you?" And he's like, "No, dude, it's fine. Just take a Titan. I got one like sitting in the closet." I'm like, "Oh, what? How does that work?"
Who the fuck has a Titan sitting in the closet just like, I gotta stack these things?
Well, I don't know, but it blew me away, and I'm like, you gave this to me just because you wanted to be a bro, and it's like a ridiculous video card that you using like NAS computers or something. Like, it's not even meant for playing games, it's meant for like editing video or something. But he sent it to me, and I've got that. My bottleneck is my CPU, which is like 6 years old at this point, but I'm looking at changing that out. But the computer, other than that, that's pretty much just the exciting parts of it.
Nice.
Other than that, I've got the computer screen where we put up all the chat and everything when we do streams, and I've got a 28-inch TV off to the side where we actually play the games. All 5 of the console systems in between the 2 of them. It's kind of weird. Sometimes we show it on the show just because people are like, "Oh, what are you working with here, bro?" And I'm just like, "Oh, let's turn the camera around and show you." How many monitors do I have? You want to know? Abel Gourmet of Destructoid.com, writer, general-in-chief, master, review person. I only have 2 monitors. I do need 4. It's true. As a callback.
So
yeah, I'm pretty much that.
Nice. And honestly, again, like, that's awesome that you're able to get a Titan. Like, that's just ridiculous.
I was like, "Man, can you just like give me like a replacement for what I had or something else, something that you just got like a whole bunch of?" And he's like, "No, just take a Titan."
Like,
Whoa,
straight up,
okay.
that dude deserves like all the respect, just straight up.
He really does. I don't know how they do it, but they're great.
And actually, I do have kind of a suggestion for you. It might take a little bit of work, but it'd be kind of hilarious. Hollow out an old Dell case and put all the parts and stuff inside it. And when people are like, "Dude, what are you running it on?" "Oh, bro, just a Dell." You just turn around and you show off this old, like, the beige Dell.
It's just pop sensation Adele. Running all my games off of. I'd be down for that.
So, now Phil, if you had the resources and were given creative control, what would your dream game be to make?
Oh shoot. This is kind of weird. I I've been looking at, like, because everyone knows I like Metal Gear. I like that the story, the characters, everything else, the gameplay, you know, it's alright. But I'm a huge fan of open world games, and it kind of is like a weird thing to sit there and be like, wow, Metal Gear is doing an open world thing now. That kind of sounds like the game that I've always wanted. But kind of like, I don't know, like as cliche and as dumb as it sounds, like a game that has like focus on the characters and story, and it's really tight in that regard. But it's still an open world game with a lot of fun stuff going on in it. Sort of like a Grand Theft Auto or a Saints Row, and they still have some of the humor and stuff that is in there. Like that's what I like. I like funny stuff. I like concise stories. It's a lot to ask for, though. Other than that, I can't really like bring it in anymore. I wanted to make games at one point. Realized it's not me. I'd rather just share games with people.
Not gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Actually, I got a really awesome Metal Gear related question. It actually ties into this one as well from Cage
Woo!
He had just played Metal Gear Rising, and it was amazing. Suppose you were in charge of a sequel. Would you keep Raiden, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, as the protagonist, or have someone else like Gray Fox be playable?
That's a very good question. The original way that the game was meant to be was it was going to be a game about Gray Fox, from what I understand, unless that was like something that we heard and then we heard something else. But it was supposed to be about Gray Fox and Frank Yeager and what he was doing. But if they were to make like another spin-off type game in the same vein as Rising, I could go either Gray Fox or Raiden, but I'm going to go back and talk about the boss again and say I'd like to have a game where you play as the boss, you're getting her unit together during World War II, and that kind of thing. Because it'd be more of a traditional Metal Gear style, but it'd be like with a woman protagonist for the first time, and you'd be like learning all this other stuff in another part of the actual game's history that you wouldn't have actually seen. That's what I want. I want a spin-off where you play as the boss, getting her unit together.
Nice. And actually, I think that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
So... Oh, wait, I already did that question. Alright, so here's a fun one. Renaud submitted it. It's one of my normal favorites. Everyone here knows what it means. Well, almost everyone. Red, blue, or purple?
See, I had this spoiled for me because I watched Spencer's interview. So I kind of can... I'm gonna say purple just cause.
And you are now responsible for having killed everyone. Just
take it.
Killed everyone, man. They're all gone.
Sometimes you need that hard reset in the middle of the actual, like, the middle of the game. Just everyone gets reset, go back to their places, and then come back together. It's where we are.
You can blame Renaud for that one. That time it was not me for once. And actually, no, he's not here today. Damn. Yeah, he'll hopefully be on later, or hopefully he's watching from home, or he sees it on YouTube. But thank you, Renaud. Really, thank you. You are responsible
Made
for
it
the
happen.
deaths of everyone. You solely alone are worse than Hitler. Well,
Oh, snap!
a TF2 Hitler. But, slightly changing gears a little bit, outside of the Metal Gear series, what is your favorite game series?
Shoot, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for it. Like, I didn't realize it until I was watching SGDQ, or Summer Games Done Quick, recently, and they had a Resident Evil 2 run going on. But I actually think Resident Evil is like my second favorite series, which is kind of a strange thing, because it's kind of gone not a good way recently, so people are kind of like, you know, either for it or against it, but I love it. Again, I like the characters, I like the story, I like the actual, like, survival horror stuff from the older games. 1 and 2 and 3, Code Veronica, even 4 had a little bit of it still, but, like, I have really fond memories of playing 1. I didn't actually play 1 until way later on. My dad picked it up, and he was like, yo, there's this scary-ass game you gotta check out, kid. You're too young to look at it, but I'm gonna make you look at it anyway. So I watched him play through Resident Evil 1, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. It's got puzzles, and it's got zombies. Then I got 2, and I played it. I was like, man, this is crazy. You can play as 2 different characters, and it's still kind of scary. Then I got 3, and I played through the entirety of it in my basement, and it scared the business out of me, because for the first time in the series ever, something could chase you through, like, walls and doors. and I actually ended up losing months of sleep because of Nemesis and playing that game, which is a fond memory when I look back at it. Also a sad and scary and depressing one. But I like Resident Evil a lot. It probably shaped a lot of what I like going on. But if we're not talking series, I'd say Grim Fandango. People who know me know that I also love Grim Fandango a lot. It's the game that got me into games. It's the game that taught me to love and accept things for what they are. And it's a fantastic game, and I'm really happy that it's finally coming out for everyone to play now.
At least legally.
At least legally, because, well, I mean, at this point, like, you can't obtain Grim Fandango legitimately, which is a shame.
Yeah,
and the only way to actually get your hands on it now is piracy, and that sucks. But I'm glad that they're bringing it back, so people can legitimately play it.
Hell yeah, dude. Once everything stops lagging here for a bit. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Someone had a question here. Who was it? It was one in chat. Spring-Heeled Jack asked, would you buy a... damn it, what was it? Naked Snake figure in a JoJo pose.
Yes, without a doubt, instantaneously, like, no hesitation, I would buy it on the spot. That's my new favorite thing. We're going to make that like a channel meme at this point. I want Naked Snake in a JoJo pose. I want the entire cast in JoJo poses.
Make those your icons.
Or should.
The emotes or whatever.
Just a whole bunch of different MGS characters in JoJo.
That'd be badass.
Love it.
So, okay. Here's a good one. Quick, you've just been turned into a professional luchador. What are your mask, theme, and theme songs like? And finally, how many R's does the announcer have to roll in your name?
Shoot, that's a loaded question if I ever heard one. If I were a luchador, my gimmick would be, come back to that one, I don't know what my gimmick would be. My theme song would definitely probably be sung by Smash Mouth or Lou Bega. So, like, Mambo number 5 as I'm walking out into the ring. Make that happen. Then I'd probably just have, like, a really basic mask that isn't anything too exciting, but you'd recognize it because of its simplicity. It would send a message. I really don't know. I'm not good with gimmicks. Like, anyone who knew me back when I first started doing shows on the Destructoid channel, like, years ago, and everyone was like, dude, you need to find a gimmick. John's the crazy guy. Pico's the straight one. Lucha's the crazy off-the-wall dude who bounces stuff off of Bill Zoker when they're doing their Also Talk stuff. I'm just the guy who plays everything. So, like, that was kind of a weird deal. I didn't really have anything that kind of stick out. But, I don't know, maybe I'd be a video game type of a character. I'd sit there and my finishing move would be like a Shoryuken ripped from Street Fighter, and I'd throw guys around like something else, or I'd stomp on people's heads like a Goomba stomp from Mario or something like that. Just all be video game related. I really like video games.
Totally, man.
It's kind of a cop-out, but go with it.
A lot of the luchadors, and I don't know much, but I mean, like, I do know a little bit. I've actually gotten addicted into playing Guacamelee. I love that game so goddamn much.
Fantastic game.
Oh my god, yes. Which, for those of you who are watching, those of you who don't have it, I think it's still free on Xbox. Go get it right the fuck now. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to have live in order to get it. You can just be like the silver or whatever. You don't have to have gold. It's free. Just, throwing that out there. But, yeah, like, lucha culture in general is actually kind of really cool. I was into wrestling as a kid, and then, like, I saw a little bit of lucha, and I was like, lucha's so much better. But,
they're crazy. They fly off of the walls and stuff, like...
Oh my god, yeah.
Great.
They're insane. I could have sworn... Did it not save that question? Fuck, oh well. Okay, so... where is it? Oh, guess I didn't. Never mind then. In a fashion contest...
Ooh.
Yes, in a fashion contest, who is the most fabulous video game hero, and why?
Most fabulous? Oh man. I'm trying to stay away from your answers because it's like super easy to reproduce. Vamp is the most fabulous with his like fashionable like battle gear that still shows off his chest and all that. I don't know. If I'm not Metal Gearing answering, I'll throw this one off to my bro Jonathan Luchador and say Bayou Billy, because
Alrighty.
he knows how to rock it all over the place, and it's one of the most difficult games ever, and he's still looking his best.
And hold the phone here. Somebody's got. Wait, someone has the conga on the server? Because if we have conga, we're doing a conga line on the bridge.
Kind of all about that. I'm real excited. A momentary ceasefire and armistice just to dance.
Dance party on the bridge if we have the conga. Someone please have the conga. I'm hoping that someone's got the conga. Someone please have the conga. Somebody. Bueller.
Oh,
Bueller.
conga, please.
Conga. Well, no one. I don't think we got conga going. Wait, you're actually gonna get it, Vangold? Shit, man. You are a hero and
Oh man.
you are a gentleman and a scholar. I'm not gonna lie. So, while that's getting like worked on,
Ooh.
so what series have you been watching lately, and how is it on a scale of potato to waifu?
Potato to waifu series. We're talking about like
Anime,
TV
television,
series.
whatever.
Shoot. This is gonna be great. I've been trying to keep up with New Girl recently, which is an interesting thing to sit there and think about. I wouldn't necessarily say waifu. I mean, you know, Zooey Deschanel and all that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird series. It's kind of strange. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna try to break it down for you so I don't seem like I'm such a weirdo. So, it starts off first season horrible for the first like 5 episodes because they try to focus on Zooey Deschanel, and then they're like, man, hey, you know what? She's not that great. Let's try to focus on the dudes around her because they have interesting stories, and then that's when they start to find an interesting balance. And every episode ends on a good note that makes you feel good. And Zooey Deschanel sometimes wears glasses, and it makes you feel things sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, oh my god, conga. Vangold's got the conga. Everybody conga.
Oh!
Yes, conga party. Conga party. And not gonna lie, actually I love New Girl. It's one of the shows that I like to watch from time to time. I really need to like catch back up on it. Like I appreciate it as well. It's a good show. It's one of those that like I said, I watch it from time to time. I'm just amazed at all the people congaing on the bridge.
I'm trying to take this in right now too.
Yeah.
Like, just talk about New Girl all you want. There's a conga party happening in the middle of 2-4, and it's beautiful.
Like, I don't care who you are, we're congaing.
So for some reason, my heavy thinks it's time to leave. He's congaing away.
You can control it.
I can?
Yes, you can actually control it. I think it's either with the mouse or the keys. I'm not sure which. I want to say it's a mouse. So, while we're doing the conga party here, if you could have any superpower, God, I'm trying to focus so badly on this. This is tough. This is actually harder than
dancing
fighting.
for your movement. This is amazing.
So, if you could have any superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it?
I'm gonna be better than Spencer and not use telepathy as a cop-out, because telepathy basically gives you access to everything. I'm gonna say, I want the power of friendship. I want everyone to be my friend. That or like super strength. Oh.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I mean those would definitely be cool. And those I think the stream might have locked up for the guys, unfortunately. I'm trying to see if I can bring that back up.
Sorry, we can figure this out. This live streaming is difficult. I'm gonna tell you, as a person who's done it a lot, there are many nights where I've gone and I've cried myself to sleep because of how streams just don't want to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart the stream here. Yeah, the conga killed the stream, like, not gonna lie.
It was too much. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Never too much conga. There's no such a thing.
Oh god, I think it killed everything.
Whoa!
Like the recording, I think, died with it too.
Shoot.
Well, I'll just have to stitch those together then.
There you go. It's time to practice editing.
Yeah, for real. Come on, come back online. There we go, it's back now, kind of, hopefully.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Alright. So, carrying on where we left off, I know the guys on the server can't hear me right now because I have my hands on my other keyboard.
No worries.
But, let's see here. Oh, yeah, an actual serious question. What's it like running a Twitch channel?
Shoot, man, I wasn't prepared for real questions.
As my own stream is going to shit and everything's, like, on
No,
fire.
it's perfect time to ask.
Yeah.
It's nice, because, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, I when I first got asked to start doing streaming, I actually did streams before, in, like, 2006, before live streaming was actually a thing through Xfire, if anyone remembers that.
Xfire supported that shit?
Yeah,
oh god.
yeah, they had a live stream ability through live streaming, or, like, livestream.com, before it was even a thing, and, you know, everyone who sees live streaming, they're like, man, me and my friends sure have a good time, I'd love to stream that, and then have everyone else laugh at it, too. Because we're the funniest people ever. So, I started doing that, and I'd actually stream us, like, playing Warcraft for 8 hours at a time, and it was kind of gross, and I'd only get, like, 11 viewers, maybe, and no one talked in the chat, because no one knew what streaming was. It was really weird. So I took that, and I kind of stopped for a bit, and I came back, and I started doing the stuff on Dtoid, and I mentioned that I like doing it because I like sharing stuff. I like sharing things that I like game-wise with people who may have not seen them. Like Metal Gear, people who haven't played it, show it to them, make them see what it is, make them maybe understand why I like it so much. Grim Fandango, because people can't play it anymore, show it to them because it's the game that got me into gaming. Love it. That kind of thing. And being able to sit there and do that, like, I could have the worst day. I could have my stream die like 8 times in a row. I could have, you know, the worst trolls come into chat and, like, say the meanest, nastiest things to me, but at the end of the day, if I'm sitting there and someone had a good time because they watched me play a game that I love and now they love or they're interested in or they understand better now, that's all I can really ask for. So I like it. It's kind of a not straight up answer to your question, kind of a roundabout, but
It is what it is, man.
you know. Yeah,
Like,
I like it for what it is. I like being able to share games with people, and as long as I'm doing that, there's not much that's going to get me down.
and I mean, yeah, that's why I'm, like, doing this stuff now, and that's a lot of the same reasons why, like, I love doing this. This is just awesome, having people come on, and having you come on, having people from the community come on and be able to do something different, and be like, you don't, like, when you think of an interview, you don't think, oh, I'm going to be, you know, in the middle of, like, a firefight with a ton of people trying to shoot at me. So,
Yeah.
like, even though I'm not gonna lie, the live stream's not gonna get too many views, I already know that. It's still fun to do, and I don't care,
Yeah.
it's just fun.
Exactly. You gotta do it for you. You can't sit there and be like, I'm gonna start doing a stream because I want to have the best viewership. I want to have, like, all these people watching me all the time. I want to get money off of ads and all that. You gotta do it because you love doing it. And if you enjoy yourself, people are gonna find you and enjoy you too. And that's how you end up getting big. That's just what it is. Enjoy what you do.
And on that note, you have just been given full control of a record label of your choice. Which one is it, and what are you going to do with it?
Def Jam, and I'm gonna make all the rappers fight in a grand scheme. Okay. I really like the Def Jam game, so I had to jump on that. But also coincidentally, I think that's the only record label I can name off the top of my head because I'm kind of like, I love music, love listening to it. Don't really know much about it, other than, like, Lou Bega is actually German. Surprise.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I have bands that I like to listen to, but if you ask me, oh, who is their what's their record label, and I'm like, I don't know, YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, they sell music.
iTunes is my favorite music label.
They sell the music.
Well, like everyone knows Apathy, and he's super into music. He was sitting there talking about like what band members went with this one band at one time and are now with another band, and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, Apathy, you lost me. I love you, man, but you lost me. I don't know what's going on.
So before the next question, I'll just let you passing on some words from the chat here. Vixie Man says hi. Wants to know.
I see that. Hi, Vixie.
He's saying sup.
Looking.
So, shit, what was the next question? Okay, yeah, Robin Walker is giving away actual working versions of weapons from TF2. What are you going to grab and why?
Oh man. Shoot, I kind of like, I'm a sucker for like old like 1940s, 1950s gangster stuff, so I love the Tomislav. So I go with that.
That's completely cool.
I like the Tomislav, even though it looks like a regular gun, just really big.
That's completely fine, man. It's a kick-ass minigun. What more do you want?
Kind of is. Exactly.
And we might actually have to hurry it up, because 2 Fort's... Yeah, we got 10 minutes left in 2 Fort.
Oh, snap.
We're almost done, though, so we're good.
Alright.
Speaking of music, everyone loves music, so what's your cup of tea?
Anything and everything, but still not everything at the same time. I mean, like, I'll sit there and I'll listen to Pandora, because I hate having to pick what I listen to. I like having, like, radio-type stuff happen. I don't have to put a lot of thought into it. I'll make stuff, like, I have a high school playlist that I listen to more than I probably should that reminds me of what I used to listen to when I was in high school, and it's gross. Another station that's built off of stuff that I used to listen to when I played Warcraft, which actually bled into whenever I played games. I like to listen to music while I play games a lot. I played a lot of Warcraft. I did a lot of grinding. You need to have something to listen to when you do that kind of stuff. Blue Bag, Flip Smash Mouth, Backstreet Boys, flipping, you know, you name it, I'll listen to it. I'm not against anything.
Alright, man. Spring Heel Jack had a good question, and Yubi knows one of the games all too well. But which would you rather receive as a gift, Bad Rats or Naughty Bear?
Shoot, I have Bad Rats already. If you guys don't know, I have a lot of games on Steam, and that's another thing that's really gross. Because I'll see something for cheap, and I'll be like, yeah, $2, I'll buy it. Why not? You know. I actually have Naughty Bear on the Xbox. I don't play it much. I actually kind of like Naughty Bear, though, admittedly, because it's a bit like Hitman, and with bears. And the story is that you wanted to hang out and have a birthday party with someone, and everyone was kind of mean to you.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Bad Rats, and actually I played the demo for Naughty Bear. I'm gonna get flack for this. I know I'm gonna get flack. I like Naughty Bear.
Oh, no, go for it.
I liked Naughty Bear. Granted, I only played the demo.
Yeah, right?
If I were able to, like, go to GameStop and be like, oh, it's $5, shit, I'll pick it up. That's worth $5. The day of fun I'll have with it, $5? Hell yeah, dude.
No, yeah, Spencer and I often talk about having this, like, what is the amount of money that you consider not money? Where you're like, yeah, I'll drop that no matter what, where I am. You know, $5 is usually a good cutoff. They'll be like, yeah, a game for $5. Sure. I'm sure that it's worth whatever amount of time I'll put into it. Like, that's fine. And I think I actually bought Naughty Bear, like the Gold Edition, on the 360 for maybe 10.
That's not bad at all.
Played it a couple of times.
Hell no.
It's not bad at all. You get all the DLC, all the cool hats or whatever is in there. I did it on a show one time, I think on Gentleman's Club. It was pretty fun. I liked it.
So, this was supposed to segue from the other question, but oh well. What's your favorite kind of tasty beverage?
Tasty beverage. Yeah, like tasty. I'm using air quotes as much as I can while I'm playing a video game. Tasty or like taste?
Just like whatever kind of drink that you like to have, like alcoholic or non-alcoholic, whatever.
Okay. I mean, I could go for both. I mean, it's a regular thing I like to drink. I like orange soda. I like things that taste citrusy, I guess. That being said, I also like drinks that are kind of like that, in terms of, you know, alcohol drink type of stuff. I also really like rum and Coke. This was the first thing I ever drank. And I was like, this is good. It tastes good. Give me more.
Yeah.
Also, Kraken's fantastic.
Yes, I love
Kraken. It's almost 50% alcohol. I'm a big guy, so I need to like look at where it is to actually. Alcohol content is important to me. In a weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a thing for me. I like Kraken a lot. It tastes good. It's fantastic.
Like, that's probably my go-to rum if I'm picking up rum is Kraken.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That or a buddy of mine got me hooked on Sailor Jerry, which is another good one.
It's kind of bad too. I hate to admit how much I enjoy it, but the flavored Bacardis, I can drink them.
They mix well.
And they're not bad.
They do.
I don't even need to mix it. Like,
wait, straight up.
I'll just take the bottle and I'll drink it because I'm like, it tastes like raspberries. Why not?
I guess I need to try more of them that aren't like garbage flavored. I think the one I had like banana or something in it, and I can't stand banana.
Oh, that would do it. I think the last one that I had was what was it? It was like a pineapple coconut, and I was like, this is kind of really great.
Ooh, and I do want to try the mojito flavor. Like, the mojito flavor looks amazing.
Down for that. Yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. Good times. Like drinks. Drinks are good.
So, you've gotten the power to repeat a single day over and over again. What day, and what would you do until it randomly stops working?
Like a Bill Murray Groundhog Day situation.
Or Edge of Tomorrow, I think the new one is.
Oh, there you go. So he didn't get to choose.
No, he didn't get to choose. Well, Bill Murray didn't get to choose either. I'm giving you the luxury of choice, though.
Rushed upon both of them. Let's see. Hey, trying to think back. There are a lot of really good days that I've had in my life. It'd probably be one that I spent out at my grandparents' house on the lake with my dogs, sitting there and relaxing, staring out at things, thinking about life. Or the day that I finished playing Oblivion all in one sitting. Like, that was an interesting day.
Definitely.
Actually, it's probably not that one. I hate myself for that a lot. It was disgusting. Just any day that I'm sitting there hanging out with friends. Like, if there's one thing I love doing more than playing games, it's just hanging out with people that I like.
Definitely. Now the next question would be, what is the craziest thing you've ever done on the air?
We've done a lot of crazy things, so like what people might think is super crazy is kind of tame. Like there's a point in time, like it may not be like a super crazy thing right off the bat, but the idea behind it was something that was kind of crazy. I can see you guys. I hope you know. Okay, fantastic. You planned this. But we would actually sit there, and Spencer and I made a thing of taking our shirts off at the end of shows, and we would actually do that in like a premeditated manner because Twitch would cause thumbnails to be messed up. I think that might have already been talked about, but we actually started a thing called Thumbnail Thursday, and that thumbnail from like the last, I think it was maybe like a minute to a minute 30 would carry over to the next day. So when people would see Foom being featured the next day and they'd see the thumbnail for the stream, it would just be Spencer and I topless, like feeling each other up. And they'd be like, what is going on in this channel? Why does it have all these people in here? Other than that, maybe the choreographed fight scene that we did.
Nice.
That was pretty fun. We actually like hit each other with chairs, that kind of thing.
And I'm not gonna lie, I never actually bothered to ask about why you guys always seem to be shirtless at Gentlemen's Club, but I now know. Now I've learned the answer.
Yeah, like we were sitting there and we're like, how can we end our shows? How can we make an impact at the end? And it actually started off as just being like let's take our shirts off. You know, you're not allowed to do stuff like that on
Technically.
Twitch, but if you're late enough, and then people who aren't really paying attention around, you can get away with certain things. And they can't get upset at you for the thumbnail the next day.
Oh, I mean, what happens, happens, and...
Exactly.
Side note, I feel really bad for the scout who was just trying to kill me. Like, he was trying his hardest, and I just turned around and just blew his face off. But,
Yeah, should have watched where he was going.
yeah, really.
The sound of it.
But, oh, okay, yeah, final question before I get... Oh, God, we have a minute left? Shit. Final question here, then.
Oh, man.
I'll get to some questions from the chat here. But if you could forever end a game series, which one would it be, and why?
Oh. Shoot. My instinctive reaction is to a game that's not even, like, doing anything anymore. There were multiple games in the series. I want to say, like, EA Sports, get it out of here. I'm not a big fan of sports games, but I understand that there are people who like them. So I don't want to sit there and offend people who like them. I'm trying to pick, like, a greater evil, something that we could all benefit from not seeing anymore. I did see an image earlier today of the like blunt trauma pack for flipping Call of Duty Ghost, but get Gex out of here. It's like Trailer Park Mario. I don't know. Oh, look, stalemate. Everyone wins.
So, if you want to hang out for a little bit longer and check out the next map that's coming up, it's Trainsaw Laser. It is one of the, well, I mean, you saw it when Spencer was on.
I did.
Yeah. Let me actually grab a couple of the questions real quick before... Never mind.
I can pretend I hadn't seen it.
But there's actually been an update.
This that we're
There's
going
been an
to?
update, some stuff that changed, and when we were with Spencer, we didn't get to see everything that happened with the sacrifice events.
Okay,
So there's still a few
alright.
surprises that may or may not show up. Hopefully they do. Hopefully we'll get to see them. But I gotta download that again. Oh well. But and hopefully my game will actually keep going this time rather than crashing like it did when Andy was on and I tried to show him Wub Wub.
Ooh.
Which that's another map that I don't think you've seen that at all.
I don't think I have either.
That one is a dubstep map made by the same guy. Who, and since right now it's loading, Naughty Naughty Boo Boo to the people on the server, but the next guest that we're actually going to have on the show is the maker of both of these maps, Crash.
You're having the creator on the show?
Yeah, he's coming on. He's going to be the next guy. I need to confirm with him exactly when, but he's going to be coming on the show for an interview at some point in time this month.
That'll be a good one. Show you like all sorts of secret stuff. Like, I hid a picture of my mother down here underneath this rock. You can only see if you do this. That kind of thing. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And stuff. Easter eggs. I believe they call them. I mean, I'm not a video games, but hey.
Oh, come on. TF2, please work for me. There we go, client info. Okay. Vixen Man actually has a question for you from the chat over on Twitch. Phil, I know Spencer doesn't care for JRPGs, but how about you? Do you like them, or do you like other RPGs?
I'm actually a really big role-playing game guy. If I don't let that on very much, I like MMOs probably more than anything else. But like, I like playing Elder Scrolls. I like playing flipping Fable. Any range of RPGs you can think of. JRPGs themselves, though, they're a bit grindy. I love grinding, so I can deal with it. I'm down with it. I mean, I'm not outwardly like, man, JRPGs are the worst thing ever because I'm Spencer and I like to complain about those things. I like them. I like RPGs. I like JRPGs. Down.
Vanguard, go ahead.
Video games.
And I had to actually keep a straight face there for a while because Spencer was in the background dancing.
I know.
That was
he's doing his thing.
Yeah, that was hard to keep a straight face.
All right. What team should I go for?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Where are you at? I don't know if we were trying to coordinate.
Nah.
I was like...
I mean, we're on opposite teams anyway, but it doesn't matter. We just want to get to 100 kills server-wide. And then the fun starts.
Sure, no, I'm down for that. We'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
So many kills.
So, Vangold, I thought you had a question?
Started off so well, I got hit by the train.
Okay, yeah, so Vanderbilt's question obviously is in chat. How's the website coming, and can we get better forums than the Steam ones?
We are actually looking at doing that kind of thing. Swishy actually was trying to help us set up a thing at one point. It's really weird how, like not having like a website to associate stuff with. Like, we're doing all this stuff ourselves, and there's a lot of work where you got to talk to people and make things happen. But we're working on it. Things are coming. Yes. That's what I'm gonna say as I wink my eye and kind of dance a little bit in my chair.
And yeah, I mean, it takes time to get everything in place.
Yeah. Help? Oh, I'd totally hit you up. And I'm down for getting whatever help we can get.
And I'd definitely help moderate or help build stuff, and you guys knows. Like, shit, man, I'm willing to help do, like, Photoshop and stuff for you guys, too. I love doing that stuff. It's fun.
I'm not very good at Photoshop, so I might have to hit you up for that for sure.
Like, actually, I need to get a hold of Emma for it, but if you guys are still down for me to do a higher resolution version of that pizza thing, I'd be totally up for it.
Okay. Yeah, that was amazing. I can go like lightly tap her on the back of the head and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm getting all sorts of items that I've never seen.
When was the last time you played?
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Oh, you're not gonna have a spell book. Shit. So, when 100 kills happen, there's this thing where spell books get thrown everywhere, and... Oh, my clock is talking to me, god damn it. Hold on.
Ooh! Talking clocks?
Goddamn clock. Yeah, it was supposed to be like, here's a knockoff Siri alarm clock. And it's still talking. God damn it.
That's kind of cool. I'm down for talking stuff. You know, just sit there, feel kind of lonely, and talk to your clock a bit.
Yeah, it just became self-aware, apparently. Because right now it's just telling me that it can't understand my commands. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you, clock. You shouldn't be listening.
It's like a flipping Renegade Connect.
The best part was, it was so dusty in my dorm that at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it would start going off asking for commands because the dust and the noise of the fans in the room were activating the microphone.
Oh my.
So yeah, that was my experience with it. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, say a command! I'm like, is it...
Don't want to sleep.
Yeah, that's the best thing after drinking and going back and sitting down at 2. Like, I'm going to sleep now. 3 o'clock, say a command!
Man, not this business again, clock. Had it with you.
Enough of your shit. But, actually, yeah, I think we got every question. I can try and dig up the chat questions. Hopefully. I know there was a couple in there. A couple of them were weird. We'll see what I can find.
Weird's where I am. Weird's fantastic. Weirder the better.
Let's see here. Where the hell is it? I'm looking it up. Spring-Heeled Jack, of course, asks, can we make this between 2 fort/trainsaw laser? Well, we're doing that. I mean, that's happening.
This is already going.
Yeah. He also asked... Oh, yeah, here's the weird one. He also asked... Spring-Heeled Jack also asked, if you were paid to do so, would you suck a dick?
Depends on the situation. Like, you know, if we're trying to save the world, do what you gotta do. No shame. Oh god.
Oh wait, we're at 100
This is gonna happen.
Conga and...
Not only that, but we've got a conga going too. This is... I'm really excited about all of this.
I have my volume down, so I have no idea what the event's going to be. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it's, I think...
Oh god!
Or... God, I don't know his name. God, I always forget. I need to turn the volume up so the people at home can hear this. Come on.
Train Shark! I don't... Oh my god.
So I got another question for you as I'm turning up the game volume here.
Alright.
There we go. Vexing Man's asking, hey Phil, is this month's schedule almost finished?
Yes, it's got. I think maybe like we gotta figure out the last week stuff. It should be getting sent out tomorrow. So hold on your butts. Here it comes.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I got a spellbook still too.
Shooting train rockets out of my void. You think I give a fuck about it? That's fine.
Ah, damn it.
He's just eating everyone. Look at it go.
Hell yeah, dude. There's a few other ones that are, I think when Spencer was on, we had Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, who is my personal favorite.
Ooh.
Epidemic, the spellbooks are from the Halloween update, and, oh goddamn
Hey,
train.
you know what would be an awesome idea? Jumping in
It allowed you to have, like, an extra action. It was actually a part of the same slot that was added with, Manners and Machine. So, if you have a rental spellbook or a full spellbook, you're able to go ahead and run over the spellbooks and use them. It's just an action item.
Train. Oh, it's the train. Oh my god.
All trains, all the time.
I love trains. Like, don't get me wrong. Fantastic. That train, it's really good at hitting me.
Yeah.
All it could get me that time.
We have captured the control point.
My trained assassins. Oh god. Oh man. Get in here and do this conga business again.
Hell yeah. Oh god, I actually
This is the best thing.
My bad.
Oh my god. Imagine if you only played TF2 on the console.
Yeah. I really wish they could have given them updates. Like, I really
wish they could have too.
Because to have Xbox players enjoy all of this, like, it would make a bunch of stuff really fun.
Yeah. It's good to just mix it up. Have different stuff.
Stand on the points.
I tried to get away from you. I was dancing with you there for a second. Good. Good.
Come on! I want that achievement, damn it! Oh well.
They had some sort of weird, like, you had to pay some odd amount of money to actually get through and add updates to things. I think they removed it when the Xbox One came out, but I'm not sure if it's still...
They had a weird limitation for a bunch of stuff. It was super weird when they did it.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Like, originally it was really cool, and then, they just really screwed it all up. Or no, originally it was, like, really bad. Like, you had, like, a really, really short... It was, like, something along the lines of, like, 16 megabytes is what you could update stuff with, unless you were, like, Halo.
It's just because Halo, of course.
Mission ends in
Oh god, this is it!
Oh shit, we need to let Red Team cap.
We have lost control point.
That was a way to do it.
Yeah, that's a good question. What would your stand be? Let's get into some JoJo action here. Oh shit, no, we need Red to cap it and keep the point.
In 10 seconds.
Blue, get off the point.
Oh!
3.
We're close!
We have lost control point.
Oh, buddy!
So we just
Last
need...
second save.
We need 15 more kills. Right in that? Yeah, we just need that.
What, my JoJo stance.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
It has to be something kind of super elaborate and super unconventional. My arm would probably be like over my head, and my other arm might be like under my other leg, while my leg is up, like on my chest. Something crazy. You wouldn't expect it at all. It'd be completely off from like the far left field. Walked into a saw. I'm so hyped on it.
Ends in 30 seconds.
Come on. That's another good question. What toy comes in your Happy Meal?
Happy Meal, eh? Something with utility. Something like you'd have to collect multiple parts to get like a whole. Like think like the old the Inspector Gadget toys from Burger King.
Yeah.
Or it has like a Megazord or something that you'd have to like put together. Maybe like I want it to all work together. I want to have parents frustrated and have to like hunt down the last parts because your kid's upset that they got like 3 arms and they just want that last leg.
Or like you have to go on eBay and fight all the other basement dwellers who are like buying them up because they think they're going to be valuable someday.
Exactly. Now look at where we are. Who's looking for the parts for flipping Inspector Gadget, old Voltron flipping? No one. No one's looking for that. You could sit there and had plastic pliers in it. You couldn't ply anything with them, but it was there. It's kind of cool. Made you feel important. Down for that.
Definitely.
Trains, man. The trains are everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like that's
Say goodbye to
I
your train,
love how
okay?
crazy this map is.
It's one of the best things about, like, playing Half-Life mods or Half-Life games with user-created content like this. All the creativity that gets put into it. Like, I used to think that rats maps were the best thing in Counter-Strike, and I'm like, oh, jeez, yes. I'm small, the world's big, this is so crazy and unique. And I get, like, Train Rain. All about that.
Now, Phil, Van Gold asked, have you played Randomizer, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the TF2 game mode?
I don't think I have.
Because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Van Gill, but isn't that the one where it randomly gives you weapons? It's kind of like Gun Game from Counter-Strike.
Love Gun Game.
Oh my god, I got so addicted to that.
Right?
That's all I would do in Counter-Strike Sources. Gun Game, and then, okay, yeah, random weapons and classes. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd do Gun Game.
I've played a little bit of that.
Yeah. Like, I would totally do Counter-Strike, I'd just do Gun Game, and then, God, what was it? Jailbreak, I think? Like, I just, like,
Jailbreak is a good one. I used to get really caught up in surfing Source games. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, Arms Race is
Yeah.
that's what Gun Game is now. But, like, for the life of me, I could never surf. I could never figure out how to do it. I just can't.
It was really weird. Like, once you got it, you had it. It was super fun. Sit there and kind of, like, ride it out. It's kind of weird having to push the button. Like, I'm not used to that. I realize why they made V the button for it now.
Yeah, it's...
We have captured the control point.
Oh god, train.
Or you just can't wrap your head around regular business surfing. Understandable.
Oh, might as well say this now. For all intents and purposes, we're going to probably answer more questions and stuff and, as time goes on, and for as long as you want, but I mean, I'd say we're pretty much done. So, again, thank you for...
Say what?
Oh yeah, we're going to hang out
You
for a
got
while
it.
and just chill. But,
What was this I was gonna say?
oh, hell yeah, dude. Might as well do, like, a quick wrap-up here, and then I'll do it again when we're really wrapping up. But, for the video purposes, so I can be lazy with editing.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on, Phil. Yeah, go ahead,
Thank you
Yubi.
for having me.
Yeah, thank you for having you, or for coming onto the show. Thank you for coming on the server. Everyone, please go check out twitch.tv/PhilAndSpencer. Go check out their Patreon. Go support them. They're really awesome guys. They're really cool. For real.
Too nice.
You guys are an inspiration as to how I do stuff, man. You guys are like part of the reason why I do what I do.
And